Hi, this is Noah from screenprintexchange. So we are going to talk about some snap switches, and these snap switches are in everything from from refrigerators to machines to safety devices, even stuff like these. They ride on cams, and the cams tell what the machine to do. And this is old school, and if there's cams, this is like a computer. It is like it'll tell the machine to function certain ways when the cam is pushed, when this lever is pushed from up or down from the cam. So this is a computer, and this cluster actually came off American Cameo or Tempo. One was for I believe this one was for stop and start. This one was for speed, for squeegee and flood, and this one might have been for a takeoff. So usually there's only two if there's no takeoff. So this is the brains of like a Tempo, a Daytona. You'll see these on safety bars. You'll see them everywhere. So they're nice, they last forever, and they do great. And you hear that clicking? Then if you don't hear the clicking, here's another one. If you don't hear the clicking, there's a spring in here that makes the contacts inside turn on and off. If you don't hear the clicking, that means this is not working and you have to replace it. So, and this lever arm right here is an accessory to the snap switch. So like a refrigerator, when the door is closed, this would be normally open, meaning the circuit will not be on when it's pushed in. So I always get this wrong. It will be, and the light won't turn on, but as soon as you depress it, it will be, the circuit will turn on, normally on, and that will turn the light on. So have fun opening and closing your refrigerator door. Here's another lever. There's a lot of different ones of these, and this has a built-in lever with the spring. So that's kind of fun to play with. So we're going to use, this is my best tool I found to explain all these ideas to you. This is a $10. I've seen it for $6. I bought it from Ace Hardware. I've seen it at other hardware stores. You don't have to get this Gardner Bender one. Continuity tester. So basically a battery and a light. So if I touch these two together, if I don't touch these two together, the light won't go on. But the battery will send electricity all the way through this wire to this other end, and it'll turn it on, saying, I have a closed circuit, meaning electricity can go all the way through each other. So, okay, so we're going to connect. So there's three positions here. There's common. Common is usually your white wire, but people wire white wires hot sometimes by mistake, or they're just bad at electrical things. But electricity does not know if it's white, black, red, or whatever color they do. But in the United States, common is usually white, meaning not electricity usually doesn't flow through it, but it returns the electricity back to the circuit. So we got NO. NO, it says NO. If you read it on this way, it would be ON, but it isn't ON. And you would say, ON is on. No. NO means normally open, meaning no electricity can flow when the circuit is open, meaning when you close the door, well, that's not a good thing. Let's say you have a breaker box or fuse box disconnect and you throw it up. That would be when it's in the down position, no electricity can flow to your machine, but when you pull it up, it engages the electricity so you can get electricity to the machine. And then NC, what do you think NC means? NC means normally closed. So normally closed means when it's wires hooked to this, means normally closed means that electricity can flow all the way to always flow when it's closed. So let's do this. So normally closed, not engaged, meaning electricity can flow even though this is not pushed in. So, and there's many different reasons why you'd want that. And you might have wires hooked to this and to this for different settings and functions. So when I push this in, look what happens. It turns it off. So no electricity is flowing to the circuit anymore. Okay, this guy, this is normally open, meaning no electricity will flow unless this is engaged. See, I'm sorry. So normally closed, off when it's pushed in. Normally open, meaning no electricity will flow when it's open. This one would be your refrigerator when the door is open, but when it's closed, that light won't turn on in there. Okay, that's your circuit. That's the explanation. And they have a smaller version of this in there. This guy, normally open, meaning no electricity will flow whatsoever until the lever is pushed. When would you use this? You would use this on a safety bar or a cabinet, like electrical cabinet. So when this is open and the door is open, electricity will not go to the device, and that's a safety feature. So when it's closed, you close the door, the machine will work. Okay, so that's when you'd use this. On a printing press, this would be on the safety bars on an American Cameo, Daytona, Viking, Tempo, whatever. And this would be on the master frame if it has a safety bar. So it needs to always be engaged. So to get electricity to that circuit board, the speed controllers on a Cameo or Tempo, some people will tape this and prevent the bars from falling off when they get older. Don't do that, you'll hurt yourself. So this is really the one they use on a Cameo or Tempo. You'll see this on other machines. It doesn't have to be screen print related. We'll go through it again. So, okay. And I'll do another video where I'll cut this open so you can see how the contactors work. So I'm putting the neutral. Don't get upset with the word neutral. It's just, it's just the wire that doesn't carry the load, the electricity for the most part. So I can't read this. I believe this is normally open. It doesn't turn on. This is normally closed. Normally closed, NC, means electricity can go. And when I mean normally closed, here's your nodes. Here's electricity, here's your wire. Normally closed, here's your gate, meaning it's closed all the time. And when I push the button, we'll put down NC. So wire here, it's always closed, the wire connects here. And when I push the button in, this will open, and it'll be open, meaning no electricity can get to this wire. Okay, normally open will be like this: wire, gate, swing gate, or contactor, and that'll be open. Okay, and here's your wire, but when you push the button in, this will swing down to here and electricity can flow. So that's what the principles are, and it just makes sense after a while. You just have to know the verbiage, and get one of these. You can just test things out. This one is normally open all the time. I'll push the button in, you'll hear the toggle. So, okay, so now the circuit is open, meaning electricity cannot flow. So same thing here. This is not much different than turning your lights on and off. Okay, so this one is normally open. This one's normally closed. Normally open and then normally closed. So this would be your safety for your safety bars or your cabinets or whatever, or even your brain for your machine or your, like, this is how they did it in the old days. They had cams and they run them on here. So like you can see here, fun to play with. On a American Daytona, they'll have like 8 of these with different cams and funny shape. You'll see here, well, they don't really have it on this. They'll have each one of these have a function because this is like a dual function thing when it's up and down. See, this is bent. That's because the machine went the wrong way or somebody messed around with it and it bent the lever the wrong way. So yeah. So yeah, these are usually, let's see how these are all set up. This was on a Cameo or Tempo, I can't remember. I have other ones. I'll show you some pictures of a Daytona. So this one is normally closed, but when you do the lever, electricity cannot flow. So they're just using normally open on this press. So, and like it's fun because Cameos and Tempos, they're just cam driven, and brains or computer can't, most people don't think of machines running, the brains of a machine running on cams. So yeah, so well, like I said, you could test fuses on both sides. Touch it on one side and the other side, and if this light doesn't go on, you need a new fuse. So anyhow, that's the basics of these devices. They're simple, they're reliable, they rarely fry out or anything. The biggest problem is these plungers get old after millions of cycles, and or the button is not engaged correctly, and that's more of positioning. So yeah, I'll do another video. I'll cut it out and you can see all the snap switches, the little switches inside of it, and they usually have silver on there because silver is a very reliable transfer electricity. So, and so these are super fun. Get to enjoy them. Like M&R will use proximity switches instead, and they'll hook it to the PLC, and those are nice. They're expensive, they do last a long time, and they give you precision, and they are just simply using those for positioning. So you can use these as well, but for PLCs you want to use mostly those. So anyhow, I'll do a video on those as well. Let me know what you need to be explained and how it works and how I can help you. Please subscribe and like the videos. Let's go. I'll teach you more. Thank you. Go to Screen Print Exchange. Bye.